Yeah, sorry, I just got this shaking too much. All right, it's William Jumping from Learn Digital Arts with William Jumping, and you're watching 1000 tips of procreate. And I just learned a new trick. Have you ever wondered why procreate do this way? Because I think most of you guys may already know that if you want to feel the color, you can just click and hold and drag. Sorry, choose a color, so for example a skin color, okay, and drag and drop, okay, and you got some result like this. I hate this. I genuinely hate this. I've encountered this so many times and I'm really frustrated. So if you look at here, I got this background, okay, and also I got a layer like this. Sometimes you may not encounter the layer like this, but sometimes you like a really clean line art layer. I think I already demonstrated multiple times. Just copy all, got a mask, okay, and paste it to the mask, and then invert it, okay, and then combine these two together, and then you can get this line art, okay. And if you got this line art, you drop still. It's just just feel everywhere else, or maybe sometimes it's not everywhere else, but rather some really strange shape that you don't want. So how to do that? I find that Gaussian blur is a very useful tool. So as I mentioned earlier, I believe if you like duplicate the layer, you sort of give a default like a hidden Gaussian blur effect, but just up to a point. So let me show you. Okay, so right now, if you just say I want to feel the lag with that specific color, it won't work. Okay, if you look at here, I do got some of the line that not connected because I use the method to extract the line art rather than just draw the line art. But yeah, normally you are not a robot. You will have some gap in your line. So say you want to fill the color here, and it will consider that this as outside. So yeah, it's just the algorithm just to mess it up. So how to do that? So you can use Gaussian blur for that. So if you just duplicate that multiple times, even though it's the duplication of like the exact same thing, but you guys can see you got like a blurred effect. Okay, so if you compare this, let me just compare all the layer with the previous layer. So all the layer together, previous layer. So you guys can see, first is more alpha perspective. It's more darker, okay, because it's not so transparent because you got a lot of layers stacked together. Second, you sort of get a Gaussian blur effect. I don't know whether you guys can see it or not, but because you got a brush, and brush outside the brush got a really subtle, like maybe because the value may be from 0 to say 255, and the value may be just 1 or 2, but you stack that multiple times, you may reach the threshold like 50, something like that. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, is some sort of like a combine this together. Okay, and first, the line art is much better. The second is that if you click drag and drop, it can sort of get the places that you want. Of course, you can use the the selection tool just to free form to just get some part of out and feel different color. Let's just fine tuning. Okay, I just want to show you that you can use this hack. Just duplicate a lot of layer. Okay, so it can accent that very small value. And and speaking of a Gaussian blur, there is more like a direct way of Gaussian blur. Okay, so let me just undo that. So we got this line art layer, and you can use Gaussian blur as well. So you can duplicate this, okay, and select one of the layers. I prefer to use it like layer underneath it, using here, and we got this Gaussian blur, okay, and I just drag it a little bit, just a little bit, And preferably is you duplicate that multiple times and use in Gaussian blur. So duplicate just to get to some point where it's not, getting darker. Of course, I just wanted this demonstration to work, so I duplicate a lot of the layers. Okay, so this is the unduplicated multiple layer. This is just multiple layers stacked together. So I just click this layer and using Gaussian blur. Okay, so if you look at the tiny gap here, so if you're using Gaussian blur, it's sort of just add that, just blur things out. Okay, and once it blur things out, the value still is pretty low. So you can do something like you can duplicate this, so to just become darker. Okay, so essentially you just make the line more wide and more have higher value. Okay, and then once you are satisfied with it, you can just combine everything together. You can even just combine these two layers together. Okay, and then you can just drag and drop, so it will just get dropped down. And so for example here, you can just get dropped down here, get dropped down here, get dropped down. Hopefully, whoops, I still haven't got dropped down. Yeah, so this method is not like a foolproof, because that's because I think mainly the example, the failure of this example is that I extract this from my working process drawing, which is this one. Okay, so it's an extraction rather than use the like the original layer, like line art layer. If you like draw the line art layer yourself, you may get a better result than this one. But I just want to quickly get a line art for you to practice, not only in the line art extraction, but also how to deal with the problem that results from this. Okay, yeah. Yeah, hope this video is helpful, and if you think my video is helpful, do please give me a thumb up. I really need it. Yeah, so if you like more of my content, do please join. Not join, but rather subscribe. Okay, thanks so much. And I believe the color is not good enough, so maybe just to make it more brighter, something like that. Yeah, that would do. Yeah, thanks.